got the front seat pilot. You can fly it from the front or the back. We call it the gunner seat because he primarily works the 20mm gun. He also works the sensors, so he has a multi-function display up in the front that he finds targets on using the FLIR or the camera. And then he also has a what we call the bucket, where you put your head down inside and you're looking with the daytime camera to find targets as well. And then he fires the gun, the laser, and he can also fire the missiles from the front seat. And the guy in the front primarily talks to the guys on the ground as we're finding targets and as they're trying to tell us what they're going to be. The rear seat here, you can see this is the guy that the pilot that primarily flies the aircraft, while the guy in the front primarily works the sensors. But he flies the aircraft from back here. You start the aircraft from back here, and most of the engine instruments are back here. He also could fire the gun in a fixed mode, so the gun will be fixed along the axis of the aircraft, and he can also fire the gun that way. The pilot in the back seat primarily fires the 2.75-inch rockets and 5-inch rockets from the back seat. Right here is our basically what we call stub wings, and you have a inboard station and an outboard station. Inboard usually has a rocket pod, whether it's 2.75-inch or 5-inch rockets, and that's what the pilot in the back will fire. On the outboard stations, you can hang rocket pods also, but primarily we hang a Hellfire missile launcher, and that's where you fire the Hellfire missiles from. Alright, what you have here is the rear seat pilot's entrance. And again, he flies the aircraft mostly, starts it, and shoots the rockets, and then he can fire the guns as well. Here is where we keep our 20mm, basically our can that we call it. It slides in here, and that's where the rounds are for the 20mm cannon, and it feeds up and in and into the gun. That's probably what we have there. On this side, again, it's an inboard station. What we have here is an auxiliary fuel tank. It gives us an extra 20 minutes of flight time. So this thing is a 77-gallon aux tank, and it holds 77 gallons of fuel. That's what we have on board here. You could also have a rocket pod here instead, like I mentioned earlier, and then on the outboard station, a rocket pod or a Hellfire missile launcher with Hellfire missiles on it.